Hello and what is going on today, guys? Tomcat here and welcome back to Forza Motorsport 7, and in today's video we're going to be finding out which is quicker when fully built, the 2018 Porsche Cayenne Turbo or the Jeep Trackhawk. Now, they're both very fast, they're both very powerful SUVs, and I am not actually sure which one is going to pull off the win here, so I'm going to try and figure it out by way of comparing them to each other on the same track, obviously. So we're going to use Le Mans, we're going to use the old Le Mans circuit, and let's see if I can find a design that I like. Let's see. Let's just do, I don't know, what's the keyword one? Like, racing, replica, cartoon, funny, abstract. Let's try racing and see what comes up. It's always a weird toss-up when you search for designs in Forza. You're like, what's it gonna be this time? That's kind of cool. Oh, a flying lizard livery. That's actually quite cool. Don't know how it quite pulls. Like, I'm not a fan of, like, I don't know whether or not it can pull it off, though. I still haven't found anything that jumps out at me like, whoa, that's, you know, an awesome livery, though, yet. Let's see. You know what? I'm not going to spend too much time in there. I'm going to grab, like, oh my god, all the colors are so dull, though. Like, let's at least do some crazy color, because, geez. We'll run the, yeah, digital snow cam. Why not? You know, like, why not? Everybody, like, well, not even, not everybody, didn't mean to say everybody. The stock colors that come with this thing are not, they're not interesting. And on one hand, I would run it stock, but, like, I think I'm just gonna, you know what? I think I'm just gonna go ahead and build it because nobody is really that concerned with what this thing runs stock. I mean, 0 to 60, 3.7 seconds. The dyno says about 182.9 miles an hour top speed, so, like, about 183 miles an hour for the top speed. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna go ahead and build the absolute crap out of it and see if it can stack up to the Trackhawk, which is also very fast. Now, that virtual dyno doesn't really tell the full story, obviously, but it'll get you close enough, and I think it's a close enough estimate when you're talking about ballpark ranges. So that drops it to 3,743 pounds, which is not bad considering considering the vehicle we're dealing with here. Like, it's a big car. Like, it's a big freaking SUV, and it's definitely not one to be, you know, messed around with. But it's got a lot of power, though. Even from the factory, it's got a lot of power. But when we're done with it, I mean, like, right now, it's making, like, what's it making now? 550 horsepower. That's a lot, like, especially for what this is. Like, that is a lot. Now, the other one was running drag tires. This one is going to run drag tires as well. The Trackhawk I had on drag tires. And then max width is, whoa! Max width is 335s front. Wait, is that a 345 in the back and a 335 in the front? It is. It's one of the few all-wheel drive vehicles that it'll let you stagger. That's very interesting. Let's check the sport wheels. Do something that'll suit it. Let's see. Those kind of do. The ADV 10.0 M.V1 CS. Like, freaking ADV1 and their wheel names, man. Some of the wheel names are really long. Not really going to mess around with, you know, splitters and wings and stuff on this car because, like, again, this is not a circuit build. This is a build that's made to go in a straight line. And let's see, it's already turbo. I just want to see, like, if we wanted to put a 6-liter V12 in it, we could. We're not going to do that, though. Now comes the engine build, the full engine build. We're already 574 horsepower. The only problem is I'm actually curious as to how far we'll be able to upgrade this because it won't let us up. It's like a lot of these things are, well, never mind. Like, ooh, cam's 102 horsepower. Jeez. A lot of the things that we were upgrading first off only had like one notch that you could go up. And some of these upgrades don't actually get you that much power. Now, the Trackhawk made over 1,000 when we were done with it, so I don't know if we'll be in that same ballpark, that same neighborhood, or if we'll be not quite. 822 horsepower. Okay. I was like, did I forget something? No. 822 horsepower after the race turbos, 847 horsepower after the intercoolers, and let's see, or intercooler, I should say. 854 after the oil and cooling, and the restrictor plates, like, we could put them on if we wanted to. We are not going to. Wait. Oh, wait. Homologation restrictor plate. Take them off. Take them the hell off. I mean, they were off, but all right. And a race flywheel. So that gets us to 854 horsepower at 3,714 pounds. Now, I am not going to look at the virtual dyno because I don't want to know what that, proclaimed top speed is. I don't want to know what range it's in. I just want to take it to the track and find out because I want it to be a surprise, considering the fact that, like, the Trackhawk was somewhere around, like, it was, I remember it actually being kind of a struggle for it to go over even 200. But actually, you know what? No, we're going to see. We're going to just see what the virtual dyno says because I'm very curious. With stock gearing, it says 215, which is pretty good. That's pretty good. But let's also see how it drives, let's see how it launches, and let's see how it feels compared to the Trackhawk. Because again, the Trackhawk is very fast. It's no slouch whatsoever. So let me find Le Mans de la Sarthe and go ahead and select the Old Mulsanne circuit. We want Juan lap. Yes. No, that was in the rain. Day, please. Day would be brilliant. I would much prefer day for a test like this. It would just make a lot more sense for a test like this. And honestly, like, dude, I mean, don't get me wrong. Doing this stuff in, doing this stuff in the rain is a lot of fun, but we are on drag slicks and, oh God, what are they? 345s in the back, 335s in the front. It is ridiculously wide. So I'm not going to mess around with trying to set a record in the rain on these. I'll definitely switch to a different compound before I do that. All right, I'm excited and I'm ready. I'm ready to see what this thing feels like. I'm going to hold the brakes right from the start because I want it to actually come to a stop so I can launch it and feel how it launches. Oh my God. All right, are we ready? Let's see. What'll it build? It was building like 20 pounds of boost. Let's try to do this second gear. Oh my God. That is insane. Forgot how high it could rev. This thing is a monster. And yes, it will definitely all-wheel slide. Whoa! That's got a mind of its own, actually. A little bit of one, anyway. Let's try and roll onto the straight with as much speed as possible. What I'm curious to see is if it will actually, like, if it'll get to that, that stock gearing top speed and just bounce off the limiter, or if it'll just struggle to get there anyway. Because the Trackhawk kind of struggled to get there. I'm gonna rewind just because, again, I want the best run up onto the straightaway that I can get. Much better and floored. Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's like 130 as we enter the straightaway. Come on, I know you've got this. This thing has got to be a beast. Guys? It may not make as much power as the Trackhawk, but, it feels faster. It feels a lot faster. Come on, 206, 207, 208. Show me 209, 209. 210. I will say, okay, the biggest difference between the Trackhawk and this is that they're very close in, I think, actual speed, but this one gets there faster. Like, over a quarter mile, this would, I think, demolish a Trackhawk. And we'll definitely have to find out. I'll definitely bring one of my friends into multiplayer, and we'll figure out which one is actually the best. But, man, I think over, like, a quarter mile or, like, an acceleration run, this thing would have to take it. Oh, please slow down. I was like, the only way I'm going to do it is if, or the only way I'm going to save that is if I e-brake it. But let's try a launch one more time. Almost wonder if we should do it in third. Third seems kind of high, but at the same time, it might not be bad. You know what? I'm not even mad. This thing is a beast. Yeah, this thing is a riot, man. It's an absolute riot to drive, and I am so in for more big power SUVs. I love big power SUVs. They're so, like, they're silly, obviously. They're very silly, and they don't really make much sense, but man, are they hilarious fun. Absolutely hilarious fun. Brakes. Down to second. Rip the e-brake and back it in. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. It's like, oh, yes. I mean, what a monster. I think also, too, what we need to do now is, so this got up to like 212-ish miles an hour. We need to pull the Trackhawk back out and see what it will do, because oh my God, I want to drive them back to back, because after feeling what this felt like, it kind of made me wonder. I was like, I thought this felt faster than the Trackhawk, but I want to grab the Trackhawk. I just need to see if it actually feels as fast, or if it's not quite the, or if it's just like the idea of the fact that this, you know, that I haven't driven the Trackhawk yet again in a little while. So, regardless, let's scroll over to, where's Jeep? Come on, where's Heap? Oh, God. Menu lag. Menu lag. There's Jeep. All right. Grand Cherokee Trackhawk. Like I said, it makes a good bit more power, but there are some times where that power doesn't actually add up, because, like, the Cayenne, after we did everything to it, was like 3,700-ish. Let's see what this Trackhawk weighs, if it'll tell us. 3991, so almost 4,000 pounds. So there's a little bit of a difference there in weight, but it's not like an earth-shattering difference, but it's a fairly good-sized difference. So I'm going to take this thing back out and see what it feels like in comparison to the Cayenne. And I will say, there's so much about the there's so much that I really want to love about the Cayenne. But the thing is, I go and I look at the Trackhawk, and I'm like, but I like the Track. I think I would still go back to the Trackhawk, just because I think it looks so much meaner and so much more raw than the Cayenne. I mean, the Cayenne's more refined, obviously. This thing, you know, this thing's a Jeep. But at the end of the day, it's still an absolutely badass Jeep. All right, are we ready? 2, 1, let's go. And plus, listen to that supercharger. All right, let's do a third gear launch. They both feel so freaking fast. That's the thing. Oh, can we make this? Oh, you know what? Oh! This thing definitely sounds better. I think it sounds better. The V8 the V8 in this versus the V8 in that is a lot more growly, and that, I mean, I love the sound of turbos, but this supercharger whine is freaking insane. on, come on, come on. Oh, God. Entered at about 130 miles an hour again. Gotta keep hitting the rev limiter in this because I'm so used to the extremely high rev limit in the Cayenne. We're already in 8th gear. That is ridiculous. Just turned 200. 205. 206. 7. 8. 9, maybe? Yes, 210. 211. 212. There's 213. 214. Oh, God. 250. Well, then. Well, then. See, that's the thing. The Cayenne wasn't even coming close to touching its rev limiter. But, like, then again, this thing... Oh. Oh. Oh, dear. Lots of spinning, lots of backwards. Oh, lots of backwards. Not backwards anymore. But, like, man, these two are astoundingly close. They're absolutely astoundingly close. And I think, though, at the end of the day, which one of these is the one that I would take home? I'd take home the Trackhawk. I'd take home the Trackhawk any day of the week. I love the Cayenne Turbo, don't get me wrong. But the Trackhawk is just, it's so cool. It's so cool. It's so raw. It's so crazy that this thing would have to be the one I would take home. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave me a like. Tell me in the comments down below what you guys thought of it. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. And I'll see y'all next time. Talk to y'all later.